Hello, America. Yesterday was wild. The Don't Say Gay governor of Florida and Elon Musk teamed up on a Twitter space to announce Ronnie D's 2024 presidential campaign. And let me tell you this. It started off as a disaster because Elon Musk's Neuralink transplant was incapable of broadcasting to 500,000 people all at once. But luckily, Elon had a very talented team of Indian doctors and coders there to quickly fix his brain-powered Twitter application, and then the party officially started. I love what Governor Ron is doing in Florida, and I think he would definitely be qualified to run the country. But what is annoying as crap is the fact that us on the right side are being divided like a pickup basketball game. The constant mudslinging is only going to make things more chaotic, which personally I think is interesting as heck. Just look at some of the memes that Donald Trump posted, and that's all you need to know about the upcoming primaries. It's going to be a bloodbath that this vegetarian doesn't really want to see. But you better believe I'm going to watch it all burn, because that is what is about to happen, folks. Many people will become a casualty of the Trump and DeSantis primaries, but just like Tupac said on the song Changes, you got to operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way, selling crack to the kids. Ooh, I got to get paid. Well, hey, that's just the way it is.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Oh, is the show on? Has the show started? Oh, shit! I've been playing with Ginger. I've been feeding her Slim Jims all day. I apologize. She's distracted me. I just want to apologize to the audience.
Did you clean up the dog poop on set? They got really mad about that.
I know. She pooped on set. She pooped on Allie Beth Stuckey's pillows, but that's okay. All right, but I feed her. These Slim Jims are really good for her health. Okay, back to the show. What is making that noise? Is this my phone? What the heck? Is the show started? Is something... I'm
still not sure about that.
What's making that noise? No. What is that noise? Siri? Okay, I guess we got to start the show. What the hell? I'm hearing, hey Siri, are you there? Damn, that's weird. All right, folks, it's Prime Time with Alex Stein. Welcome to the show. We have an incredible show for you this evening. We got Jake Bequette, which I like that. He's an NFL player, played for the Patriots, a little Deflategate talk. And we also have Viva Frei. But then we're going to talk about the real pimp on a blimp, the one, the only, quarter black Garrett is in studio. You know him. Brand new show on the Blaze with Dave Landau. We're honored to have you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. You brought the dog. Is that for me? Is that like
since you're a quarter black African American, I figured that you would. Oh, it's my watch! It's my watch! Oh my gosh, the whole time my watch has been talking to me. I'm so insane. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
FBI. Told you.
They're
FBI.
always listening. No, Garrett, you know they are listening, and I have some weird stuff on my hard drive I hope they're not looking at. It's not
they are.
It's not pornographic. It's just plans on how to create bombs. But that's not a big deal, right?
Yeah. Everybody has that. Everybody has that.
I learned how to make
2023.
I learned how to make a lot of bombs on YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, until they had all those terms of service restrictions. How gay is that?
I know. This is natural, okay? Making bombs is natural.
Like, you can make a bomb with soap.
It's chemistry. It's science.
That's what I'm saying. All these kids are smoking weed. They need to teach a kid, how to make a bomb. I mean, why is that such a big deal anymore?
Like July 4th, all right? It's coming up. Got to know how to do it.
Well,
safety, though. Safety.
What the hell? Yes. Who is that? Patriot Front. Oh, Patriot Front. I love these guys. Well, come on in, guys. Come on in.
Hello, hello.
Oh, my
talking about the FBI. What?
Oh, yeah, no, these guys aren't FBI agents. They're very.
These ones?
Yeah, they don't work for the FBI.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
He didn't shake my hand. This one didn't.
Well, that's probably better.
There's a quarter of you I don't want to touch.
Which one is that? Is that like the Irish quarter?
Or his head area?
His name made me to believe he had a quarter of day.
Oh, we got a $50 super chat, Patriot Front. Already? They freaking love you. Who was it from? Was it from your gay brother, Jimmy? Even though I love your brother, I love Joe. Even I like him more than you. But wait, was it from your brother? Is he trying to troll you?
Not this time. We got a $20 one. Legalize medicinal crack.
Oh, I love medical crack.
Agreed.
Dontarius. My wife's boyfriend, he smokes a lot of it. And then a $15 super chat, Bumblebee Tuna. And then $5 super chat. We don't read those. But thank you, Doma. I'm looking forward to tonight's bath time entertainment. Oh, you're in the bath. Ooh, I wish I was there with you. A bubble bath.
Be careful. Be careful.
Sexy time.
Okay, so what the heck are you guys doing here again? I heard one of you guys ran a truck into the White House or something.
No, you see, it was a big misunderstanding because in my country, when you want to become the leader, you must go to the current leader. You have a trial by combat, and the winner becomes the new leader. Now, you see, I did not want to kill Mr. Biden for fun, simply because I needed to run the country.
Oh, well, that actually sounds
It's
good.
a cultural thing.
It's a cultural
Indeed,
thing.
I brought the U-Haul so I could help him move out once his was a corpse.
Oh, that
so
makes sense.
considerate.
See, I thought there was going to be like 30 guys. What's the deal? I mean, why would you even, why rent that huge thing and only have a Nazi flag in it? I'm confused about that.
Well, I intended to have more Nazi flags, but I ran out of a budget.
This guy loves Nazi flags. What's your deal with Nazi flags? Was that your flag?
Yeah, it was. And I'm not going to get it back, and I'm a little bit bummed about that. But I've got 30 others at my home. It's not really that big of a deal. But that was my favorite one, and the FBI took it. Now, those guys are attractive, but I don't like them.
Yeah.
Where do you get them?
Yeah, where do you get a good Nazi
where
flag
do you
like
get
that?
Nazi
Where do you
flags that you
find
can't get those on
That would
Etsy
look
or
high
something?
quality.
I got mine at Nazi Flags R Us.
What? Yeah, wait, how
I
are...
got to get a
Dude,
promo
Nazis
code
are
on
so
that.
diverse. You sound like you're Indian or something.
Well, you see, we have an ESG score that we need to meet.
You guys have an ESG
Even
score
Patriot
too?
Front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Garrett.
Sorry, I'm distracted. Your dog looks delicious.
Oh, trust me, if you ate her meat, it's disgusting. She sweats. I don't know.
I don't believe that. I love bulldogs.
Oh, well, I mean, ow, she bit my hand. Ow, Ginger, she bites that sometimes.
My mouth waters.
So, Garrett, you might not know this, but I got in a little trouble because I fed a black man a banana in a sexual manner.
I saw that.
That went very viral, but what's a little frustrating is that, first of all, he had a potassium impotency. He was low.
He was about to pass out.
His cramping has been crazy. And then on top of that, I'm trying to help our ESG score. So I'm trying to make this whole show gay. So are you guys gay too, or?
Look, we're not feds.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. You guys are. How can you prove that you're not a cop?
How can you?
You have to show me your boobs. That's what they do to hookers.
That's a fair question.
Hookers always make the girls
Jason?
show her boobs.
Jason, show him your tits.
No, I don't know if that. Where is? You guys are welcome to show them. I mean,
What happened to the Patriot Front that you did a transgender surgery on live?
oh yeah, whatever happened to that guy that I cut off his genitals?
He's doing fine. He's just not in the program anymore.
Why? Because he doesn't have a penis?
Yeah.
What? That's racist.
Well, I mean,
But the ESG
sorry.
scores.
Yeah, the ESG score.
I feel like that would boost your score.
So we got rid of him. Didn't need him anymore. We got the Indian guy.
You okay? I see what
You
you're
do a
doing.
little
I see what you're
switcheroo.
doing.
Black Rock gets right off your ass. You're totally fine.
Wow.
That's the trick. Memorize that. That's how we keep them off our back.
And then where do we guys find you again? Where do you guys? I know you guys have a podcast. You guys always have
Yes, the podcast is Fronting with the Patriots on cozy.tv.
Cozy.tv. Nick Fuentes, my best friend's website. Yes.
Monday through Friday with all the white people.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Are you allowed on Cozy?
Well, only with the mask.
Oh, that's fair. That's good. I'm happy you're following the rules, Nick. That sounds just like you. He's a stickler for the rules, right?
That dog looks delicious.
Stop talking about eating the dog, okay? I don't want you
chill
to
out.
eat the dog. Okay, is there anything you guys want to say before you guys get the hell out of here? I have a freaking famous celebrity here. This guy was, started with the Crowder, now he has his own show. This guy's famous as crap.
Mr. Crowder.
Yes.
Yes.
You're taking my airtime.
Yeah, you guys
Dog
know
looks
Crowder.
delicious. Can we get the curry ready?
Curry?
Yes. I'm going to eat your dog.
Don't eat my dog. Do not eat my dog. Jimmy, get my knife. No, do not eat my dog. Do not eat my. See this knife? See this knife? Ginger, attack. Ginger, attack. Oh my God, he's got the dog. He's got the dog. Jimmy, save my dog. We got to get back to the show. Go save my dog, Jimmy.
Well, now we got to get another diversity hire.
Oh,
Our
God.
ESG score is going to go down.
You guys, are you applying or
I'm like
have an opening?
always.
half Canadian. Does that count?
You're half Canadian. It's
Bro.
Patriot Front,
Yeah,
not
bro.
Gaytriot Front.
Like, well, not exactly half. Like more like 2 or like 3 maybe.
Don't mess around with these
Yeah, don't
numbers,
mess
man.
around with weird numbers about your ethnicity because I know one guy that does it's very racially insensitive. Get the hell out of here. What do you guys want to say before you go? I like that Patriot Front guy. He's probably. Give me the dog. Give me the dog. Give me the knife. No, do not let the. Jimmy, go save my dog. Jimmy, the dog is going to bite him.
Should I go get
I
the
think
dog?
I know what happened to my dog.
Did he eat your dog?
I'm starting to get a suspicion.
Did your dog get eaten?
I haven't seen him in 10 days.
Oh my God, that guy does look like he eats dogs.
He does.
Might be a bad time to tell you. Yeah, I ran over your dog with the U-Haul truck.
What? Get out of here! You killed his dog? Get out of here! Get out of here! No dog killers on my show! I'm sorry about that, Garrett. Those guys are freaking sane. I apologize about that, man.
It's all right, man. It's not your fault.
Is there a U-Haul parked outside? Go slash the tires, Jimmy.
I got you.
You should apologize to the dog.
Yeah, apologize to poor Ginger. Here, I got something for her. This is Ginger's favorite little thing. Whenever she's feeling bad, she just snaps into a Slim Jim. Come here, Ginger. Come here, Ginger. Time to snap. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come on, come around. Look, this is what we'll do. Come here, Ginger. Ginger, come here. Ginger, come here, girl. Come on, Ginger. Come on. Oh, look at it. Look at how you do. Ginger, get it. Oh. That's how we do it. Come here. All right. So we got to play the caption contest. We picked 4 funny captions for this picture. You see I'm pointing a laser pointer at Darius's genitals right now, hoping to catch him on fire. So guys, make sure to vote in the chat. Now play them. We got to go. Hurry. When you go to a pool party and all they serve is Bud Light. Okay, that's good.
All right, that's one. This is 2.
I'm not cousin it. I'm cousin they, them. Now that's good.
Number 3.
The 10 I took home drunk. Yeah? Nah. Okay, I like number 2 so far.
Yeah,
Number
2's good.
4.
2's good.
Discount double tuck. Now that's good. Aaron Rodgers.
Discount double tuck because it's fast. It's a quick joke. So I like it.
And I do need to actually renew my insurance. I've been driving without it for like a year.
That's dangerous.
And I got in a bunch of accidents and just left the scene.
Well, I mean, that's the man, though. The man's trying to hold you down with their insurance and all that stuff.
I think a child died. I saw this dead kid, and I was just like, oh, shit, I got to get out of here.
That's not even you.
That's not on
your
me.
problem, yeah.
If they would have bought him like a nice, Mercedes-Benz, they would have been protected on the side.
Yeah,
Side
that's
impact
their fault.
collision.
That's really their fault.
Oh, yeah, make sure to vote in the chat. I like number 2. You guys tell us what you like. All right, now, Jimmy, do we have our guest?
We have to do an ad read first.
Oh, shite. Okay. Oh, this is good. Last night, Papa Glenn Beck laid out the Biden crime family. It wasn't last night. That was last week.
They told me to put last night.
Who told you that, Jimmy? Because Garrett, so he went to freaking Princeton. Did you go to Princeton?
I didn't go to Princeton, no.
And he
went to Princeton?
Yeah, and he produced the most popular podcast on YouTube, literally at the time.
Bro.
And he didn't go to Princeton?
No, they don't teach that course there.
Will you teach him up, Garrett? Like, he doesn't know a damn thing.
You got to know your days. What day is it?
Yeah, what day?
That's tough.
Is it yesterday that this happened, or is it
asking a lot.
today? What's the context?
I don't know. They just told me to put these words on the teleprompter.
Oh, my gosh. Shut up, Jimmy. Do not keep...
Don't just listen to people. You got to think. You got to use your brain.
Thank you.
Alice gets mad at me when I try to think.
That is true. I don't like
it. It is dangerous.
I like him to just react. Okay, last night, Glenn Beck laid out the Biden crime family's staggering level of corruption in his viral special, The Reckoning. During that show, he outlined a plan to finally hold the Bidens accountable for their crimes, but it requires each of you listening to take action in order for it to work. Head over to thereckoning.com right now and download our Biden Crime Family Dossier. This guide contains a list of hundreds of crimes the Bidens appear to have committed, as well as the contact information of the prosecutors and attorney generals with the power to bring them to justice. Join us in demanding that these officials take action and prosecute these criminals. Together, we will wage a public pressure campaign so great they can't ignore us. Again, that's thereckoning.com. Please join us.
Reckoning Guide.
Reckoning Guide. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I don't read the whole prompter. I just kind of skim it. Whatever.
I got you.
Okay. Join us in calling on the state officials to finally enforce the law. Do you think Joe Biden or Hunter Biden will ever pay for their crimes of war?
Doubt it. I doubt it. But hopefully. That's the goal, right?
Actually, I kind of like Hunter. I hope Hunter gets away free. I mean, he would just be in prison. They would use him as a sock puppet.
Absolutely. That's a positive ending, though.
Do you want him to? He probably does like anal, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so he might like it a lot. All right, well, our next guest is a former NFL player turned Army Ranger who was an Arkansas Senate candidate, and he's an overall badass. Welcome on, Jake Bequette. Jake, how are you doing?
I'm good, Alex. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Okay, so you're a badass. My producer, he played football at Princeton. He's like, I want to talk to Jake about football. I want to talk to Jake about football. So we'll bring up that. But my first question is, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Did you deflate those footballs, Jake, or who deflated those footballs?
No, I kept my hands off those balls, Alex. I was in no way involved with that false accusation.
I apologize.
I think the truth is out now. Pretty much every quarterback in college and pro football was doing that at some point or another in their career. It didn't really affect things after we got busted. We ended up winning the Super Bowl that year in 2015, Super Bowl 49. The Patriots won, I think, 2 more Super Bowls after that. So, after that whole, fake controversy blew over, it didn't really affect the Patriots or Tom Brady's level of play.
No, and you're exactly right, Jake. Like they would put footballs in dryers. I think they had team dryers to try to deflate them a little bit. So yeah, I mean they've been doing that's an old gimmick they've been doing forever. And obviously Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback in the world. Whether the ball's overinflated, I don't think that was why he won a championship. Just real talk. But tell me this: I want to ask you a question. You were already a successful individual, then you decided to go and become an Army Ranger. Who was tougher? Why can't I even think of the coach of the freaking Patriots?
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, or I know it's Bill Belichick. I just can't remember because my dog we've been smoking fentanyl, Jake. Who is tougher, Bill Belichick or your Army Ranger captain?
Bill was tough, man. I mean, he was definitely one of the toughest coaches I ever played for. That was a real competitive advantage for the Patriots. I mean, he had the credibility of all the Super Bowls, so players would listen to him. And so he could coach the Patriots harder than any professional coach could coach any other NFL team. I mean, we had veterans who would come in from other teams, like from trades or free agency. And after a week or two, they would literally quit the team. They'd retire and say, hey, Bill, I appreciate you having me in, but I'm going to go ahead and retire. I don't need this. I played for 10, 12 years. You're coaching us too hard. So, I mean, that's the level of commitment we had to show in New England. Don't get me wrong, man. Ranger school was hard. That was 62 days of hell. But in terms of just elite performance and being pushed to the absolute limit around some of the greatest players in the history of the game, it was tough to go through training camp with Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Believe me.
Well, Jake, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I have a guy by the name of Quarter Black Garrett. He's awesome. He's got a brand new show on the Blaze. Let's be real. You're a large white guy. Was that make it more challenging to make it to the NFL because you are the minority? Did it feel kind of weird? Usually you're in the majority in society, then you go to the NFL, and it's actually harder to make it as a white guy.
Absolutely, Alex. I was a victim of reverse discrimination. I think that every pro sports team should look like America. I mean, I want to see equal representation on every NBA bench, on every NFL team. I mean, I want to see exact quotas. I want to see percentages that are accurate. I mean, I think you and I are on the same page here. If they want to enforce this in the rest of America, even in private corporations and in normal life, I say, why not in professional sports? What's the difference?
Every team has to have 2 Chinese guys. And Dat Nguyen was awesome. Do you remember the linebacker Dat Nguyen, how good he was?
A&M, yeah.
Dude, he was a beast. He won the Butkus Award in college. Did you win any awards in college? I didn't look up your Wikipedia. My producer was. What awards did you win?
He won a ton.
I know. He was the best player for Arkansas. But I'm saying,
At least one, though.
What did you win? Were you all conference? What awards did you win, Jake?
Yeah, I was all SEC. I was the MVP of the Cotton Bowl Classic. Got that trophy sitting there behind me. That was right there in the heart of Texas. You'd enjoy that at Cowboy Stadium. Yeah, so I was a decent football player. I wasn't one of the all-time greats, but I had a pretty good career.
My dumbass producer was talking to me.
Oh,
when he
I'm
said
sorry.
That. What the hell do you want to ask him, Jimmy?
All right,
what the
Jake.
hell, Jimmy?
All
This
right,
guy's a
Jake.
badass.
I know he's a badass.
Do not embarrass
You're
me.
wasting his time.
I'm trying not to embarrass you, Alex.
Do they actually play football at Princeton? Is that a real thing?
They were the first ever college football game in 1869 against Rutgers. People birthplace.
Okay,
he wasn't there.
Jimmy, this is not. You don't have to act so gay. Act like a man.
So pull up the graphic of Tebow because you sacked Tim Tebow in college, but he was known for being a virgin. But could you argue you took his virginity on this play?
Hey man, Tim was awesome. We were actually teammates in New England. He was with the Patriots for one of the off seasons, before my 3rd year. And I'll tell you, man, I didn't want to like Tim Tebow. I was kind of hoping that he was this fake poser who wasn't actually living out what he believed. But now Tim, exactly, he is legitimate. What you see is what you get. He's a great American. He's a brother in Christ. He was a great teammate and just an awesome guy. I mean, he's just a great dude. And take it from someone who he beat me twice in college. I wish that on some level, I wish that he was faking it and I could tell a great story about how Tim Tebow is not legit. But he's an awesome guy, a great friend, and I was proud to call him a teammate.
And dude, those Tebow years at Florida, those teams were incredible, legendary teams.
Yeah, they had Aaron Hernandez. You know, they had some great players.
Aaron Hernandez, I know. He's a baby O.J. Simpson. No, we love Aaron Hernandez. He's actually my favorite player of all time. So, Jake, we're actually going to do something. And, you know, I know we want to talk about Army Ranger and all this, but my freaking stupid producer, he says he's so good at football. So I want you to be the judge. What we're going to do right now is we're going to bring out an actual NFL referee. His name's Taki Dangerfield, actually ex-NFL referee. He got caught fixing games. And we're going to do an old Oklahoma drill. So, here. Ginger, get down. Okay, let me get the helmets. We have a normal helmet. We have a normal helmet here. We have a normal helmet here, and this is our Gay Pride Month helmet right here. So here's this. Okay. All right, Jake. I want you to judge us on form. I want you to judge us on passion. I want you to judge us on just pure domination. Ginger. Okay, hold Ginger back here, please, if you can. Okay, Ginger. Oklahoma drill. And so
no, you're right here. You're right here. You got to whistle us in.
Let me do this, sir. You're going to be right here. You're going to be right here. Wait. Okay.
I'm scared of the dog. I'm holding the dog. Okay, I'm scared of my life.
All right, Jake. Who did the best? I don't know if my microphone.
Alex, that was great form. That was I'd call that Hernandezing.
That was Aaron Hernandez style. I know. I think he's dead. I think he might be partially dead.
He might need we need him a hospital.
That's what you get. You know, and tell us, Jake, what is the biggest?
Come here.
When it comes to leverage and being a player like you, what was like your secret weapon? How would you get to the quarterback so well?
Steroids.
Shut up! Are you really on steroids? You didn't take steroids.
Early and often. No, I mean, like, really, you've got to work your butt off in the gym. You've got to lift. I mean, really, it's not really an overnight success story. I mean, I started training to be a college and hopefully professional athlete by the time I started when I was 12 years old, 12 or 13. You know, those were goals that I set as a young kid. So, you know, they talk a lot about people becoming millionaires overnight and becoming overnight success stories in the league, but really it's the culmination of a lifetime of hard work and dedication and sacrifice. And, you know, it's a good lesson for all the young men out there. I recommend anyone go out there and play sports and do hard things.
Okay, now let me.
Jake.
Shut up, Jimmy. I'm actually asking a good question.
Did you ever have any concussions, and what were your symptoms?
You know, the key is to go into a dark room and close your eyes for, you might be suffering.
Jake, what about a laser pointer? If I put a laser pointer in his eye, doesn't that help?
Right in his retina.
Yeah, right in his retina. That should help, Alex. Keep doing that.
Okay, I'll keep doing that. Okay, now let me ask you a hard question, though. You obviously love America. You're an Army Ranger, but I love every single man and woman in the uniform, but what the heck is going on with the military-industrial complex? Do you feel like that, you know, the Pentagon spent $900 billion on non-defense spending? Do you think that America is, you know, invest too much in the military, and then when the vets come back, we don't invest enough in them? So, I don't know. I guess I'm frustrated a little bit of our military, to be honest, Jake.
Well, I'm with you, Alex. I mean, there are some great people in uniform. Some of the best Americans I know are currently in uniform. But unfortunately, at the upper echelons, at the leadership level, especially at the political level, our military is radically left, and frankly, they're anti-American. And you know, I used to think that the left was hollowing out our military because they wanted to weaken America. Now I'm convinced they still want a strong military. They just want a military that is going to be loyal to their leftist causes, so they could eventually turn the military against us. I mean, that's the story of the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution, Mao in China. Any left-wing cultural revolution, they eventually use the military against the middle class. That's what's going to happen. But, I mean, I'm with you, and what you said about spending is so correct. I mean, so many Republicans, their Achilles heel in Congress is they're scared to vote against the National Defense Authorization Act. They're scared to vote against increases in defense spending because they're scared of being branded as non-patriotic. We need more veterans in Congress who are unafraid to stand up and say, wait a minute, I was in uniform. I'm not scared. Go ahead and try to call me unpatriotic. I think the most patriotic thing you can do is hold our military to account so that left-wing military complex is not used against the real Americans out there.
Yeah, and then what do you think about Rachel Levine being in the highest-ranking admiral as a transgender, and guys like you who had success, money, wealth? put your life on the line for this country, and they just get to skip the line? I mean, what the heck?
I mean, I have no respect for Admiral Dick Levine or anyone else who's LARPing as a military officer. It's frankly ridiculous, and it's hard to imagine like this. This is not the same military as Douglas MacArthur, of George Patton, of Andrew Jackson, of George Washington. America, we have to. It's actually a good thing to see some of the opinion polls changing. More people on the right are waking up to the reality of our military. I'm proud of my service. I'm proud of the men who I served with in the infantry through Ranger School. I deployed to Iraq. I had a good experience, but the overall military-industrial complex, the political elements, and the higher elements of command, pretty much every flag officer, you can't trust those guys. They've been a part of the system and made too many compromises. So we got to have people in leadership in Congress at the state level who understand these things and are willing to put forward solutions to fix it.
Okay, one last question, but before we do that, we have to take a moment of silence for Rachel Levine's penis. So if you just close your eyes, just everybody. Gosh, I missed that wiener. All right, so the Ukraine war, Hunter Biden's smoking crack in Ukraine, this and that. Are we going to get into World War III in your opinion, Jake?
I think the left will stop at nothing to implement the Great Reset, and I think that World War III could be an element of that. It's really disturbing to see. Anytime the uniparty in Washington is marching to the beat of the same drum, if they're moving in lockstep, both parties, the administrative state, the security state, if they're all beating the drum for one thing, whether it's COVID, whether it's the BLM stuff, whether it's World War III over, controversial elements of territory in Eastern Europe, we should be suspicious. So it's good to see that it hasn't popped off yet. But frankly, I mean, Jerry Nadler, the congressman from New York, he was on a hidden camera video today talking about, oh, yeah, I'm for sending American troops and F-16s to fight. It's not going to be his butt that's on the line. It's not going to be his kids who are dying in a potential conflict. He's more than happy to send red-blooded American patriots and their kids to fight and die for his causes. So we have to realize these things and be unafraid to speak the truth.
Okay, my producer just got in my ear. Jimmy, you've been annoying me all
I know,
episode.
I'm annoying.
What's the last question?
All right, I need one cool Tom Brady or one cool Bill Belichick.
Shut up!
No,
we already talked about Tom Brady.
Well,
Garrett, tell him he's a freaking idiot. What?
Get a room,
Dude,
dude.
we already asked this. He already said Tom Brady's a great leader. Doesn't care about
that's
football.
not a cool story. Everyone knows that. I want Bill Belichick.
That he brought
found out
Giselle
your
and Giselle
mother's
showed her
name
whole
and cussed
boobs
you
to the
out.
team. What story is he going to say, Jimmy? Shut up.
Like, did he find out your mother's address and said, I'm going to send you back there, or something creative?
Jimmy, shut up,
no,
Jake. Do not even entertain that.
No,
okay.
yes, do it.
Tell the people where they can find you, Jake, before you go.
Yeah, so check me out at the Jake Bequette Show podcast. I'm on Twitter, social media, at Jake Bequette 91. Yeah, we just launched the podcast, the Jake Bequette Show. We're blowing up, getting out there. Go check it out. Subscribe to everything online. Everywhere you can consume podcasts, we're out there. And, man, what a blast. Thanks for having me on the show.
Wait, Jimmy's crying. Jimmy crying. Called me an asshole over there. What? Okay, tell him a story. So you can tell him a good night, bedtime story. Jimmy, you're like insane, but go ahead. Tell him a little quick snippet of some. What was the question? A story about Tom Brady and
one cool story about Bill or Tom.
Yeah, well, how about this? I'll tell you a Gronk story.
Better.
Okay, yeah, so Gronk, yeah, I mean, however you imagine Gronk to be, that's exactly who he is. I mean, he loves to play football, loves to party. So we all had these key fobs that gave us 24/7 access to the Patriots facility there in Foxborough. And like during the offseason, Gronk would go out all night with his boys in Boston, stay up till 3, 4 in the morning, whatever it was, and have his crew drop him off at the Patriots facility. And he would like stagger into the Patriots locker room, key fob in, and go pass out on the training tables in the Patriots training room. So then like an hour or two later, when the trainers would come in to start their workday, they'd come in there and see Gronk just sprawled out on the training table, just fast asleep. They would go over there. They wouldn't wake him up. They would roll up one of his sleeves and, stick an IV in his arm. Like after a couple of hours, he would just wake up like Frankenstein revived and go out there and just kick ass. So like, I mean, that those kind of stories like showed me like, okay, there's a level of talent that I just don't have. I had to eat right, go to sleep, like work out to reach like this level. I mean, Gronk was up there operating just through the roof because he was able to party and do all that and then still be the best player in the NFL, or at least the best in his position in the history of the league.
Yeah, I know. He was like a vacuum with those footballs. His big hands, and like he's not. I mean, he is graceful, but like he didn't look super graceful. But man, he was unstoppable, dude. He was such a badass. I really love Gronk. But my favorite tight end, Jason Witten for the Dallas Cowboys. That is the greatest tight end ever. I'm just kidding. Tony Gonzalez or Gronk, but I love Jason Witten. I love him because he was such a good team leader. Okay, enough about sports. Love you, Jake. You're the man. Go watch the Jake Bequette podcast. Jake Bequette podcast. Did I say that? Bequette. Why can't I say that?
Beckett. You got it.
Beckett, like, Beckett. I like that. Like the sports cards, aren't they called Beckett's? Or is that a Beckett book? I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. I've been doing fentanyl all day. All right, Jake, I love you. Talk to you soon.
All right, Alex. Thanks, brother.
Hey, is it bad? I forget, is it bad for the camera if I shine the laser?
Really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Who said that? Did Glenn say that? Because I want to hear that from Glenn, because I don't know.
I mean, anybody that knows how the camera works, it's a lens thing, and it can mess up the...
I thought there was like a devil in there, just like, I thought these cameras were satanic.
You thought that they caught you would... all moments.
Yeah.
And they transmitted your essence to the computers.
Yeah, it was Satan in there.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be Satan. I
I
mean, yeah,
don't really know. I've never opened one up, so.
That's what I'm saying. Has anybody ever opened a camera up? So maybe we just solved the conspiracy. All right, guys, this Friday, come see me at the Vulcan Gas Company, 8 p.m. We're going insane for the Ukraine. Jimmy's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We have a lot of special guests. A lot of politicians actually have reached out and said they're going to be there. I think Savannah Hernandez is going to be there. So a lot of really cool people, so make sure to go check that out this weekend. Okay, now get the graphics out. Enough plugging crap. So what the heck, Garrett? Tell us. We're about to play a little clip of your new show. So,
okay.
So tell me a little bit about Normal World.
Normal World is like if you took Black Mirror and the world we live in and then combine them, and this is their baby.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's a little bit of that. And then we're going to have some talk show elements in there as well. A little bit of chill. We're going to have some music, live music.
Ooh, I like that.
All kinds of stuff. It's going to be a nuts show. Maybe not as crazy as this show.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope you don't pay your
in a good way. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's my show's actually really good. It's just Jimmy that's sabotaging it. If I was just running the show,
it would be really like a top-notch, really tight.
Top 10. It'd be like almost Joe Rogan-esque. But then I hired Jimmy because our ESG score said we need to hire a mentally disabled person.
We get the government
on the
funding,
spectrum.
though.
Yeah. Oh, he's like off the spectrum. I mean, they don't even have a spectrum for his brain. So, okay. Are we gonna play the? Are we gonna play?
We're gonna play the Sop Barbie clip.
Okay, yes. All right, now let's roll that tape. This is a little a sketch that Quarter Black and Dave just put out.
Here, Spencer. You can be Cam and I'll be Bobby.
I can't be Cam. I don't relate to him on a personal level.
Well, we could pretend they're mom and dad.
They don't even look like mom and dad.
Yeah, bad idea.
Guess what, kids?
Who's there?
Oh, no. Are you the bad man that beheaded our cat?
No, silly. I'm here to tell you all about the new line of Cam and Barbie dolls that look and act just like your parents.
Our parents?
That's right. All parents.
I can't see.
It's the new CPAP Cam. The first
CPAP, I have
sleep
CPAP
apnea.
That's for you?
We've been working with the National CPAP Alliance to make sure we are accurately representing a person who is suffocated periodically throughout the night. CPAP Cam comes with a loud snoring stomach button that gives him realistic episodes where he stops breathing and gasps for air. That's why he's accompanied by has to wake up at 8 o'clock for work Bobby to remind CPAP Cam to always wear his mask.
You're snoring again.
This new Bobby comes with an iffy Xanax prescription.
Oh, a Xanax
Bags under
prescription!
her eyes.
I want it to be
All
real,
swings
you know?
can
Every
handle.
mom has a
Ready
little
at
Xanax,
any
so they
minute
need a little
dressed
bit, I'll
out
tell you that.
Take the edge
CPAP
off.
Cam in front of his friends and family.
Just like our mom. Are you finally gonna grow up here and ask your boss for a raise?
Well, I don't have to, thanks to your stupid Etsy jewelry business.
Every morning, I hope you don't wake up.
Join the club.
Oh, that is a mom and dad if I've ever seen one.
Hey guys,
Hey,
can I play?
Sure, we're playing mom and dad with new mom and dad Cam and Bobby.
But I don't know how to play mom and dad. My parents so dated a truck stop.
Oh well, guess you can't play then.
So it's not all inclusive.
That's true. That's true.
Wow.
fentanyls in everything now.
New mom and dad, Cam and Bobby. We're inclusive now.
Oh, I love that. See, that's what I'm saying. We need this at the Blaze because it's going to be funny.
Cam and Barbie, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, sorry, and Bobby.
Bobby, yeah, we don't want to get in trouble with copyrights. Okay, we got a $20 super chat. We always got to read that. Blimp Simp. Ooh, I appreciate that. Any chance you'll auction off the Rainbow Target swimsuit to support transgender charities? If so, any chance quarter black? JVT and yourself will sign the taint C-strap. Actually, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
We'll sign the taint. And this is the tag from it. Look at this. People say it's a right-wing conspiracy.
Tuck friendly, extra crotch coverage. No, yeah, this is real. This is real. I've seen it for a while in Target. I'm surprised it's been found now.
And I saw Jimmy. I want to cuss him out too. He's fighting with Dave Smith. He's not even allowed to because Dave Smith walked back some comments that it's okay if Target sells this stuff. It's not for kids. And then Jimmy's like, no, but it is for kids, Jimmy. Do you remember saying that?
For kids.
Yeah, no, I corrected him. He was.
I know, but how about not correct the
misinformation.
guests who went on our show? How about that? How about not correct friends of mine? You know, how about we correct them in private?
Well, I'm not friends with him. I was just
Yeah,
helping
well,
him out.
no. See, that's the thing. I am. You're the producer of my show. All right. It's the same reason that Garrett wouldn't go after somebody that's beefing with Dave.
I wasn't beefing. I just showed him your Target.
Oh, you're trying to. Literally, Dave Smith is like one of the biggest libertarians. He's known for doing debates. He's known for being, very outspoken. And you're challenging his viewpoints as a guy that is a representation of moi, of primetime Alex Stein. I don't know what you're smoking, but it's not the good stuff. You need to get on the good stuff. You need to lay off the fentanyl.
Wait, what's the good stuff? I thought
Weed.
fentanyl was the good stuff. Oh,
No,
just
weed.
weed.
I got a guy.
I need to
Don't
get
worry.
on
I got a
that.
guy.
Oh, Garrett has a guy.
Yeah,
He's a quarter black, so he might sell
I
a
know
little
people.
weed. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now, Garrett, I want to get your opinion on some of these insane AI Twitter spaces that Trump posted.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Ron DeSantis Twitter space.
Hello? Is my microphone working correctly?
George, can you just wait while we...
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can all hear you, George. Can you just hold on for a second?
Hilfa, I don't think they can hear me.
I can hear you fine, George. Just speak to the
I don't think George knows how to use Twitter.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Can I please make my big announcement now? Everyone just...
Hello?
Just shut up, George.
Can somebody just mute George?
Dick, could you try not to cough on that?
Okay, so how are we going to take out
that's the devil.
Trump, you
That's
guys?
Satan.
Guys from the FBI, this is not a private call. This is a public Twitter space. Everyone can listen in.
God damn it.
Okay, all right, good. Now that's enough of that. What do you think about Trump posting that?
So he posted. What was that on? Was that on
Instagram? He posted on Instagram.
Instagram.
He posted he posted a few.
Little
memes.
spicy. Dude, I am ready for this election. It's going to be so wild.
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen? I got to text our next guest. Is not answering. I'm texting Viva to get on the phone. But what do you think's gonna happen? Do you think we're gonna kill each other in the primary?
I don't know. It's unprecedented to have this. At least for me, to have these two characters go up against each other like this with so much backing from each side. And now we're doing this weird divide where there's protests, there's conservative protests at Ron DeSantis.
Laura Loomer
went out there and interviewed people. This is a very strange situation. So I don't know what's going to happen in the primaries. Who's going to get through? I think it's going to be Trump.
Yeah, I think Trump kind of is like the rightful heir to the throne, but I like everything DeSantis has done. I just don't know how ingenuine these people can be. Like, oh, DeSantis is a globalist, this and that. It's like those are the same talking points that we use on the left.
Exactly. It's confusing. I don't know what kind of FBI sting they got going on down there, but it doesn't seem right. But yeah, it's gonna get nuts, dude. What I really want, is I want Hillary to run again.
Yeah.
I want that to happen.
You just saw what she said.
I want the.
She said Joe.
Round two, man.
I know. She said Joe is too old to run, even though she's only like 4 years younger. I would like to see her run again. I think that would be great. I think Trump could win that, but I think Biden. They're going to make Biden step down with something.
You think the left has anybody that could go up against Trump, legitimately?
Yeah,
without fortification?
Gavin Newsom, but with fortification, without.
See,
no.
that's the rub.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're ever going to get an honest deal. That's why if I was DeSantis, and I know he's in a hurry, he's kind of like a shark. He smells blood in the water. He sees Trump as probably, kind of vulnerable or whatever. But he should actually see if they can. I don't think they can pull this gimmick like 3 elections in a row.
Yeah.
So like he might as well see if they do it again, and then he'd be like, okay, you guys can't do this 3 times.
Yeah, it's not possible. I mean, they have to kind of go after each other. You saw it between Trump and Ted Cruz, and then after, when it was all over, they were like friends again. It was buddy, you know. So it's all about it's a big show.
Yeah, I agree. It's literally political theater. But what about all the influencers that are going to have egg on their face on either side?
It's going to be funny.
I know. I mean, I don't want to.
I'm so just back and eating my popcorn and getting ready to watch it. It's gonna be fun.
I said that in my monologue. Like literally, I'm just gonna watch and enjoy it. I don't know why. I'm not gonna say that I'm. You know, I personally, I guess right now, if I had to say, I would go for Trump. But I'm not anti-DeSantis by any means. I think DeSantis is badass.
Me too. I think Trump did a lot of good things.
He did a lot of bad things.
He did a lot of bad things.
During
his
Assange,
the last couple
warp speed.
Last couple years were not great. So if it was DeSantis, I'd be okay with it because I've seen him do a lot of really good things. But I lean towards Trump because he's more entertaining.
He is way more entertaining. And the caveat to that is Trump didn't, there were some things that Trump did that I didn't like, but also, you know, he was investigated unfairly for like 3 years.
The entire time he was there.
For a P-tape.
For bull crap.
It's all fake. So it's like, dude, you know, it's hard for me to really judge his presidency because he was not playing with a full deck of cards.
Exactly.
Like Jimmy. All right. Viva, I think he can't come on until right at like 6:45, I think. So we're going to have to wait and call him right at that time. Yeah, Viva. He might be on another podcast, but it doesn't matter. Viva's a very important guy, and we are not, Garrett. We're just a couple of fellas hanging out with a pit bull, trying to see who is stronger. Here, use the wide shot so you can see Ginger. You see this, dog? Look at this grip straight. Look at Ginger.
Alex, we have it in truth. We have some. Who'd you let in?
Yeah, what? Oh, no, the Indian guy's trying to eat my dog again.
Excuse me, I crashed another U-Haul. Do you have a AAA membership?
Oh, I do have a AAA membership. No, you're the guy that ate my dog. Ginger, attack. Ginger, attack him.
Oh, Ginger, come to me. I want to make a curry.
No, Ginger, do not come with him. Ginger,
oh,
do not
come
go.
here.
Ginger, do not go. Do not let him eat you.
Oh,
do not.
just a leg.
No,
Just one of the legs.
Get away from my dog. Get away from my dog right now.
What about the tail?
Yeah, no. Oh, you can have the tail maybe. Here, let me cut off Ginger's tail. You can have a little.
Yeah,
I will stab you with this knife. You see this knife? This is not a prop knife. This is a blade slicing device. Please stop.
Delicious. Delicious.
Oh, you want some gay beer? Here, I know you guys like that.
I was gonna break it.
Have some gay beer. Okay, hide your face.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is this gonna do to him? This has been turning everybody gay.
Oh, do you want some beer, doggy?
Do not give
Don't give the dog beer. What is wrong with you?
Gay, dude. You're not trying to gay my dog.
In my country, they drink.
They drink what? You're trying to get my dog drunk and have sex with it or something. That's disgusting.
Drunk and have a sexy time with
No sexy time. Get him off my set. Jimmy, come here and get him off the set. Oh my God.
I think the knife did it without me.
I don't know. I think he turned gay. I think he turned gay. He's looking for some.
He got a little pansy at the end there.
What do you think about that? Do you think Bud Light really turns people gay because it does have phytoestrogens that lower?
I don't know why people drink it in the first place. Why are people drinking Bud Light? Like, I'm glad that they finally found out like they were really gay because they've been gay this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, real men drink Budweiser. I know that's Anheuser-Busch. That's a joke. But listen, it doesn't even matter what beer you drink. I'll be honest. Like, this is another thing. Like with Target, it is kind of selective outrage. Like, I'm happy that they're getting boycotted because they obviously gave Dylan Mulvaney a sponsorship who deals with kids. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I hate cancel culture too.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, look, I'm just not gonna buy beer.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy your
thing.
beer. Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go out there and buy your beer and then blow it up or something. That's a little cringy.
I know, I did that. I mean, he did that, so I'm cringy.
Unless it's funny.
Yeah, well,
unless it's funny. You're doing something funny that you get a pass on that.
Kid Rock, he got a pass. He looks pretty cool shooting all that.
He had a machine gun. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was badass. And if you guys want to learn how to make a bomb.
I take it back. I take back everything I said.
Yeah, you can go learn how to make a bomb on rumble.com. We love you, Rumble. I think, is there still bomb making stuff on Rumble?
Who knows? Probably.
Not real bombs, guys. These are love bombs, gay bombs. It's a bomb that blows up enough Bud Light it turns everybody gay.
Happy.
And why is that? Why do you think, like, I was reading some stat, it's like 1 in 4 kids, or excuse me, the amount of Google searches of am I gay is like.
They think Google's going to tell them if they're gay or not?
Yes, dude. The amount of searches is up like 13,000% on last year.
I'm worried about how many kids are stupid.
Well,
like, that's what I'm really worried about.
Well, if you Google, can a man have a baby? It says yes. Did you not know that?
No, dude.
Look at this test right now. Look at this. Let me show you this. This is an old good one. This is an old little trick we like to do.
This too.
Google.com. Can a man have a baby? Well, watch what it says. Can a man... I want everybody to try this. Do not leave the show.
A baby.
I know. I don't want to ask Siri. Gender does not determine who can become pregnant. People who identify as man can and do become pregnant and give birth. Literally, that's what it says. I mean, you guys probably can't.
Wrong.
It literally says that. It says gender does not determine who can become pregnant. People who identify as men can and do become pregnant and give birth.
Google, what's wrong with you?
They're messed up. I mean, talk about a little satanic.
That's not what I asked. Like, gender's a made-up term anyways.
What does gender even mean? Because like biological sex is how we define if you have a penis or vagina. But what is gender? That's just the social structure of.
That's how you identify as, how you present yourself.
You know, and Garrett, I got to say this. I don't even. I get a lot of hate. I get a lot of hate too for wearing the dress. Were you with Crowder when he was doing that bit and getting hate for it? Because I heard he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't
We've
do
done
it.
a few dress bits like that before.
But
We went to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, that was a big. That was a huge video.
Yeah,
But
I was in a wheelchair.
But he stopped doing that, right?
Yeah.
I had to detransition my character, I think, Alexandria.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do a live detransition. I have to, but Allie Beth wants me to play Sam
That's
Britton.
a perfect arc.
Yeah, is the detransition.
Come all the way back around.
The conservative side loves detransitioners. Chloe Cole. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but I know a bunch. Okay, now we welcome on a Canadian lawyer turned YouTuber, a very good friend of mine, the one, the only, Viva Frei!
Jesus. I know that guy. Hold on. Let me get perfectly centered here. The other detransitioner you were thinking of, Alex, is R. Tulip Ritchie. If you haven't heard of him, I interviewed him. Not an easy story to hear.
Yeah, I know. They're giving Chloe Cole, they gave her a mastectomy at, I believe, 16 or 14, and that she has scars. And what I don't like is how they tell the parents that the kid's going to kill themselves if they don't do it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, no, that's what Chloe. That's the seemingly the mantra to convince the parents. Would you rather have a dead child of the opposite gender, or would you rather have a dead child or a living child of the opposite sex after this surgery? No, but that's what they said to Chloe Cole. With R. Tulip Ritchie, he had a neovagina put in at the age of 26 or 27. Some people are going to say he was an adult, knew what he was doing. Might have or may have not been suffering from some mental issues that might have, potentially vitiated some consent. But a long, painful interview to listen to, and he's speaking out now, which is, better late than never.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention my buddy Ollie London, who's also a famous detransitioner who has a horrible story. So yeah, it's just really sad. But Viva, we met in Miami, but before we get into that, I just saw you testify at the Canadian International Council or Health. What was it? Tell us what happened.
The National Citizens Inquiry, which was described as a citizens initiative to analyze and assess the government's COVID response in Canada and to make recommendations. Not legally binding. Will have no power to fine, penalize, send to jail, or worse, of politicians who may or may not have violated fundamental, Nuremberg Code violation provisions. But so it's a citizen initiative. They're going from city to city in Canada, getting witnesses, victims, people who have been vaccine injured, allowing them.
It's impossible. Nobody's been vaccine injured on YouTube. Nobody has had an injury. And I want to shout out to Gary from Nerdrotic. We got Quarter Black.
What's up?
Thank you, Gary, for watching. But no, nobody's ever been injured. The vaccines are very safe and effective. I have 6 of them, and you can tell I'm doing well. Nobody's ever gotten arachnitis or any pericarditis, and nobody's ever gotten that. So let's not talk about that subject because that's not allowed where we're currently broadcasting. Let's just scurry that. But yeah, I think Canada handled the lockdown the best. I think that Justin Trudeau is my hero. When he wears blackface, I feel like a black man. What do you think about that, Viva? Doesn't it make you feel black?
I love the fact that Justin Trudeau lectures everybody else on racism, misogyny, intolerance when he has dressed in blackface more times than he can even count. He was accused of and apologized to a reporter for having allegedly groped her back in 2000. Apologized to her. His misogyny knows no bounds. He had a Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Jody Wilson-Raybould. First female Indigenous Minister of Justice, which is sort of like Attorney General of sorts, fired her when she refused to adhere to his corrupt pressure on her not to prosecute this multinational construction conglomerate, SNC-Lavalin. She didn't do what he said. He fires the woman. And then the man comes out and lectures the rest of us on racism, misogyny, bigotry, and intolerance. Yeah. He's a walking personification of a tyrannical hypocrite like it's nobody's business.
Well, you tweeted out a little bit of Jimmy and I, my idiot producer that went to Princeton. He thinks he's so smart, Viva. He is so autistic, and that's fine. We love autism. That's why we hired him. But let's just play a little bit, or do you just have a screen grab?
I have 2 screen grabs.
Okay, Jimmy, I did good. You're going to rate me a 10 out of 10, but how did Jimmy do? We want your honest opinion, and please be as harsh as possible.
It was quite hilarious to see you screaming in front of a crowd at, oh, I'm not wearing the shirt. I had the Clark Reawakened Tour shirt that I bought outside. Your rap skills, they are better in substance than in delivery, but that's all that matters is substance when it comes to political rap.
Yeah. And honestly, the microphone, is a little not that great. We couldn't hear the music coming back, but that's not either. A real athlete plays in horrible conditions, and I killed it. Jimmy did absolutely horrendous. So anything you saw, just blame that all on Jimmy. But Viva, we got to meet. You're such an epically awesome guy, but you asked me a serious question. After it, I made like 5 jokes about Michelle Obama having a penis. It's just an easy joke.
That's not a joke.
I know that's real.
Factual.
I've never looked at Michelle and thought that she might have been a man. I mean, I don't even know where the joke got started.
This is the joke. This is the joke, Viva.
You don't know where the joke got?
Yeah, I want to tell you. Joan Rivers said this. So you've never seen the Joan Rivers clip.
Oh, well, no. I mean, I've never seen Joan Rivers talk about Michelle Obama.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you. Joan Rivers, a week before she died, she was interviewed by TMZ because she was the first person to officiate a gay wedding in New York. And they asked her, are you going to officiate more gay weddings? And somehow Barack Obama came up. And they said, are you going to officiate the first gay president? And she goes, we already have a gay president. And they go, what are you talking about? She goes, Barack Obama. They're like, what? She goes, she's married to a man. Michelle is a man. Michelle is a transgender. Everybody knows this. You have to watch this. As soon as we're done here, Viva, you have to Google this. Joan Rivers, Michelle Obama. Write it down as soon as we're done here.
Well, dude, I'm not going to forget that. But then is the punchline that a week later Joan Rivers died of
plastic surgery on one of the best plastic surgeons in New York, and she's had only 1,000 plastic surgeries. So she's going to the Yelp 1-star reviewed plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Well, look, I know that you're into some interesting theories. This is it's the first thing I'm Googling when I get out of here. I mean, I knew Joan Rivers was funny and edgy, but she may have crossed the edge if that's the joke that she made. And a week later, what did she learn? This is going to be like a Bill Gates talking about Epstein. Well, you have to be careful when you make certain jokes about certain presidents.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Okay, Viva, what do you think about all this Trump versus DeSantis? Garrett and I are kind of like, we're just going to sit back with our popcorn and watch. What do you think is going to happen?
I said it actually earlier today, and I forget where, but it's conceivable that there are 2 good candidates running for the GOP. Like, DeSantis doesn't have to destroy Trump, nor does Trump have to destroy DeSantis, nor their supporters and their followers in order for one to be the victor. There will be a victor. And there is no point burning the house down in trying to determine who that victor is going to be. I think it's going to be Trump. And that's not because I don't like DeSantis. And I get to walk the fence here and say, look, I do like DeSantis. I've liked him so much, I decided to vote with my feet to the state of Florida. But my goodness, if DeSantis thinks it's like a walk in the park to be in Trump's shoes and deep state, administrative state, public enemy number 1, I don't think DeSantis really fully appreciates what it is. And then there's going to be a lot of people saying if DeSantis doesn't take the same flack that Trump is taking, people are going to suspect that he's part of the deep state and so not so totally hated by it.
Yeah, well, they always use those talking points. He's a globalist, this and that. There's like the same way we describe George Soros, and then Trump shared that funny video where like he's in a room with George Soros. I don't think DeSantis is George Soros. He's been really good about the COVID lockdown.
No, it's so silly. Like you're not all globalist or all outsider to politics. DeSantis, I don't think he's a globalist. I'm not sure that I agree with some of his positions. You
like to say gay? Is that what you're saying, Viva? You love to say gay. Just admit it.
No, but I'll take a concrete legislative example of what I don't agree with in DeSantis. I don't agree with the death penalty as an adult now, and so facilitating it, requiring 8 of 12 jurors to vote for the death penalty. I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with.
I got to cut you off real quick. You know why I agree with you on the death penalty? This is what I've always said. Is I do think in practice it's good maybe to scare a criminal, but I don't think it does. But if you ever give a person the death penalty for the wrong reason, that was
which has happened multiple times,
and then people get out of jail, then you shouldn't have it, because if that's even a possibility, then we shouldn't have it.
Absolutely, it's not out of principle that I disagree with the death penalty. It's out of implementation. We've seen the guy in Oklahoma now who's trying to overturn his death row conviction. He's waiting on death row and has been on death row like now 3 times. By all accounts, a travesty of justice. Didn't even commit the crime even by the facts. And then there's another one. Zachariah Anderson, the guy who was just convicted in Kenosha. I mean, once you know that there's been wrongful convictions, politically motivated prosecutions, you can't support the death penalty in practice, even if you support it in theory. So that's it. But
What are we thinking? Mob justice?
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Like vigilantes?
Well, we're thinking. I think no, absolutely not. We're thinking life in prison, and if the person's innocent, they have a longer period of time to try to overturn the wrongful conviction. But we've seen how the system is absolutely weaponized for political purposes, like a jury trial out of New York convicting Trump. You think it's any different depending on certain criminal prosecutions?
No, there was a guy that got like 1,000 images of child pornography that got probation, and then Richard Bigelow Barnett, he put his foot on Nancy Pelosi's desk and got 4.5 years.
Yeah.
The Oath Keeper Rhodes just got 18 years for seditious conspiracy.
Ridiculous.
Imagine, like, people. Are we allowed swearing here? No.
Oh yeah, you can swear. Just do not say the election was the greatest election ever, and I love the vaccines. They're all safe and effective.
I'll say people poo-poo on Putin. That's actually I did it for the alliteration.
Like that.
They shit on. They poo-poo on Putin.
Write that for an idea on a song. Poo-poo on Putin. Sorry, go ahead, Viva.
Those are bars.
I had to get it written down.
Putin is terrible. Russia is an autocratic, totalitarian regime because they sentenced journalists to jail for 25 years. Hey, 18 years for seditious conspiracy. That's the rest of a person's life, pretty much. He's not a young man. For seditious conspiracy, I don't think you could get people to define what that law is, but basically it's a thought crime. And 18 years. It's absurd. What is totalitarian hogwash in Russia is justice in some parts of America. And people, outrage.
I don't like the idea of the government having the power to kill you.
No.
I think that's probably a bad thing to have. So
I mean, the government's
agree.
The government's so bad. Oh, Viva, this is a controversial question I want to ask. Tell me a little bit, and I asked Ezra Levant about this. What about the mass graves, the supposed mass graves of children that went to the crazy schools of Native Americans? Is that a conspiracy, or is there really thousands and thousands? Because I'm sure some kids died in residential school, but they make it sound like it's like, it was a genocide.
Well, where's the conspiracy? It happened. There were thousands because it occurred over a century. And you had kids dying of disease. People were dying of disease back in the day. Where it becomes conspiracy is that it happened, but the media suddenly pretending to have discovered these mass graves in 2018. They had known about them for decades. Oh, there was this thing called the Truth and Reconciliation Committee in Canada that produced their final report naming the kids that died in these residential schools over the last 100 years. That's been in the government's possession since 2015. And so it's only in 2018, 2019, forget exactly when it was, right before the election, that the CBC, the government-funded media, discovers this crisis that allows Justin Trudeau to run around apologizing, taking photo ops, kneeling over alleged mass graves. The other problem? They weren't mass graves in the criminal, like covering up mass murder type thing, which is what everybody understands from the term mass graves. These were unmarked graves for the kids that were buried hastily back in the day with wooden markers that eroded over time. And from what I understand, some of these purported mass grave sites were not even sites that had bodies in them in the first place. And it's to say they were unmarked graves, or they were poorly marked and deteriorated over time. A residential schooling system that consisted of taking Indigenous children from their homes for the purposes of assimilation. Why was the government doing it? For the good of the children, the same way they're doing things for the good of the kids now. And it was a known thing. Justin Trudeau's father had a hand in the residential schooling system. And they pretend it's a recent discovery, try to pass it off like it's war crimes as opposed to a known historical atrocity that it was, but not mass graves as in killing a bunch of Indigenous kids, digging in a hole, burying them, and then trying to hide it. The government knew about it, didn't care about it until election time.
We got a $20 super chat and more adventure. Love the show. Thank you. No, Viva, you crushed it. I really appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate you sharing our content. That video got a lot of views on your YouTube. You're crushing it on Rumble and YouTube. But tell the people where they can find you.
Rumble, Viva Frei. Twitter is the mean Viva Frei, so it's the Viva Frei. I've lost my patience on Twitter. VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com. And Alex, I don't know if you saw the Nebraska senator, congresswoman, whatever she was, screaming about.
Oh yeah, that was me in drag. That was me in drag.
Well, no, but dude, I was telling you, you've got to run for your money now. So you've got to find a way to compete with that madness. You're doing whether or not people hate you or love you. You're putting out the message out there, and you're getting people to be aware of things. The rap was classic. and you're fighting a good fight. So you keep it up as well, and thank you for the kind words.
Love you, Viva. You're the man. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Viva. Okay, we're running out of time, so freaking Garrett, tell us where they can find you and a little bit about the show. Yeah, I know you talked about it, but
Well, you can find it on the Blaze TV network and Normal World on YouTube. So it's YouTube.
Go subscribe right now.
www.youtube.com/Normal World.
And guys, go subscribe to it now. You guys, your first video
now.
you posted did really well.
We're doing there's going to be another sketch coming out this weekend. So
okay, guys, go watch that
subscribe.
sketch. Please go subscribe to that channel. Help build them up. All right, and we picked a caption contest winner. I'm not cousin it, I'm cousin they, them. I like that. Eduardo, Yamaha Motorcycles, we love you. Okay, any more super chats? No, look, the $4.99 Rumble is a new John Elton. Okay, I don't know what that means, but yeah, we love Elton John. I said that wrong. Yeah, it's John Elton. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm dyslexic. All right, folks, well talking, come on out here. We want to play, we want to end the show a little different with our new hit single. It's freaking running up the charts. Sun's out, buns out. Now play it, DJ. Can you hear me? I can't hear it. Is it playing? No. Oh, you can't hear it, Talkie, but it's playing. Just play. Just dance, Talkie. And the buns out. Sun's out and the buns out. Sun's out and the buns out. Sun comes out, the sun's come out. Hand on my neck. And your girl, I will have sex. And you know I am the best. Prime time 99, always passing the test. Donald Trump is my lord and not gonna say it. And he's my presidential player. Don't worry if you go to jail. I'll make your bail. I don't know the words yet. Lord, and my king, I love you so much. This song I will sing. This song for you, Donald Trump. I love you so much, your dick I will suck. Down the bones, down, sun, down the bones, sun, down the bones. The dog right in there. Come, the sun's come out. Jimmy, sing your song, your part. Sing your song. Sing your song, Jimmy. I'm coming over here. Sing your song. Sing it good. Sing it good.
Yeah, I got a tall boy and a short girl. Here's a big truck. That's my whole world. And there ain't nothing shady when you dip your chips in gravy, cause it's what I feed my girl when I'm trying to make a baby. Then I'm this down, my swagger level's maximum. And I swear to God, I didn't storm the Capitol. Natty lights, yeah, you know what I'm about, cause when the sun comes out, then the buns come out.
Down the buns, sun down the buns, sun down the buns. Down the buns come out. Rocky, sing Remington's part. You don't even know. Sing it, Jimmy. Sing it, Jimmy. Jimmy, it's almost over. I'm so tired. How long is this song? I can't even keep going. Never is.
I had on those crazy boots. And in my toes, I got the broads in the boots. Rocking the
I'll kill you, Jimmy. I want you to die. Sing.
When the sun sets right on the cheeks, getting ready.
Harder. Give me the mayonnaise. Talkie, give me the mayonnaise. Give me the mayonnaise, Rick. Give me the mayonnaise. What do you want? Give me the mayonnaise. I don't know what you're asking for. This is mayonnaise. Oh, it's a little mayonnaise. All right, guys, that was our show. Thank you for watching. Go subscribe to Normal World Quarterback Jared.
Let's go.
We love you. Peace.
That's awesome.
That was fun.